Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new topic in our math. Today, we're going to start topic 14 and lesson number 1. Use attributes to define two-dimensional shape. So we're going to learn new words today. We're going to learn how to describe the attributes that alike or different in some shapes. So let's start. Please open your book, page 557.
Tell how the four shapes are alike. Tell how the four shapes are different. Use a measuring tool to help.
So we're going to listen to our video and come back here. But we can at least just say a few things that it's obvious. We can see that all shapes get straight sides. They have also corners and they have vertex. We're going to learn all this in our video. Let's start.
Two-dimensional or 2D shapes are plane shapes. Look at the 2D shapes. There is a triangle, circle, and hexagon. What do all of these shapes have in common? One thing they have in common is that they are all flat. Is a baseball a 2D shape? Why or why not?
All right, so now we're learning two new words, triangle and hexagon, and we learned that 2D or two-dimension, we can, instead of using dimension shapes, we can use the word 2D.
No, a baseball is not a 2D shape. It is not flat. You can define 2D shapes by how they look. Some 2D shapes have straight sides, and some 2D shapes do not. Look at the triangle. You can trace it with your finger. How would you describe the sides of the triangle? The sides of the triangle are straight lines. A triangle has 3 straight sides. The hexagon has 6 straight sides. What is the name for a 2D shape that has no straight sides? Select your answer.
So as we see, we have in this exercise 3 shapes. We notice that 2 are flats or 2 are D shapes, and they have straight sides. The one that it doesn't have, it's a circle.
A circle has 0 straight sides. Some 2D shapes have corners called vertices, and some 2D shapes do not. A corner of a 2D shape is called a vertex. When a shape has more than one vertex, they are called vertices. These are the vertices of the triangle. A triangle has 3 vertices.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Now we know that the triangle gets 3 straight sides and it's a flat shape, and we call it two-dimension because they are flat. Circle does not. We know that the triangle, for example, get 3 corners, 3 straight sides, and 3 vertices. Let's see for hexagon. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hexagons get 5 straight sides and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 straight sides and also 6 vertices or 6 corners. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one that does not have straight sides or corners or vertices, it's the circle.
The hexagon has 6 vertices. What is the name for a 2D shape that has no vertices? A circle has 0 vertices. Look at this figure. You can even trace it with your finger. How is tracing this figure different from tracing the triangle?
This figure, we can see that it's not closed shape. It's not closed. All the sides are not connected. As we see, there is a gap here, comparing with the triangle and the hexagon.
Your finger does not come back to the place where it started. 2D shapes are closed. How can you tell if a 2D shape is closed? One way you can tell is to trace it with your finger. When you trace a closed figure, you come back to the place where you started. Their sides are all connected. This is not a triangle. It is not a closed shape with 3 sides.
Now you know how to define 2D shapes by how they look.
All right, so let's say quickly what we learned today. We learned that the 2D shape or two-dimensional are plane shapes. We can define them by seeing the sides, like straight sides, or the vertices or the corners. And we also know that we can start and draw, and we know that's closed shape when all the points are connected. We learned the word triangle, and we learned hexagon. Triangle get 3 sides and 3 corners. Hexagons get 6 sides and 6 corners. We learn also that the circle have 0 vertices and 0 straight sides. All right, so let's go to our guided practice, page 558, and see what we have. All right, for each shape, tell how many straight sides or vertices and if it's closed or not. So the first shape, let's count how many sides. Straight sides, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And is it closed? Yes, it's closed. All right, let's go for that next shape. How many vertices? 1, 2. Only 2 because that will be the second question answer, that it's not closed. So is it closed shape? No. Okay, let's go for number 3. Let's count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 straight sides in that shape. So let's write 6. And is it closed? Yes, it's closed. We're gonna write yes. All right. Let's go to our first exercise and answer the question we have.
Tell how the 4 shapes are alike. Tell how the 4 shapes are different. Use a measuring tool to help.
All right, I can say that all shapes have corners, so we can see they all have straight sides and they all have corners, right? And they all are closed shape. But what's the difference? Some shapes have 3 sides, 3 straight sides, and some have 6. The 2 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so get 3 sides. Then the hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they are alike, that they all shape have corners and they have straight sides, but what the difference, that some has 3 sides and some got more than 3. All right, so I'll leave you with the rest of the activity in your book, page 559 and 560. That's it for today. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're starting lesson 2 in our topic 14. So please open your book, page 561, and let's see. In this lesson, we're going to learn about how to define a shape, how to give a descriptive, how to organize or recognize shapes. You can see it by numbers of vertices, number of sides. You can also decide by number of length, color, oversized shape. So let's see what we have.
Tell how the 5 shapes are alike. Tell how the 5 shapes are different. Use a tool to help.
So we have 5 shapes here. We can see that some of them have 4 straight sides, some not. We can say that the sizes are different. We can say also the colors are different. We can count also the number of vertices, and we can say maybe they all have the same number of vertices or corners, or maybe not. So this is a way that we can decide which shape looks alike and what's the difference.
How are all these shapes alike? They all have 4 sides and 4 vertices. They are all closed shapes. How are they different?
We can say the different in size. We can say the different the sides. Sizes are different, the straight sides. We can say also they're different in colors.
They are different colors and sizes. They are in different positions. Rectangles are 2-dimensional closed shapes that have 4 vertices and 4 sides that are joined to make square corners. These shapes are rectangles. A square is a special rectangle because all 4 sides are equal in length. Which of these shapes are squares?
Select your answer.
Okay, so let's first say that all these shapes are alike because they all got 4 straight sides and 4 vertices or 4 corners, but we know that they are different colors and different positions, and also their sides are not on the same length. So now the question, which of these shapes are squares? So we have letters in each shape. So we have B, we have R, Y, and G. So which 2 shapes that they are not rectangle or they are square? Y and G. Very good.
The shapes are different colors, sizes, and in different positions, but they are all still rectangles. Shapes are not defined by color, overall size, or position.
All right. So when we say so, that's mean I cannot say this shape is rectangle because it's blue, or it's a triangle because it's yellow. No, we cannot use it as a define that this is a way to define the shape. We cannot say that all squares are blue or all triangles are red. So that's why we cannot use the colors or the size, that they're all small or big, as a way to define its specific shape. All right, let's go to our guided practice, page 562, and see what we have. Circle the words that are true for the shape. So we have 2 shapes, and we have words that's to describe this shape. So for example, all squares are blue, have 4 equal sides, are closed shaped, are small, have 4 square corners. So we have the shapes. First, all squares are blue. No, because we just said we cannot use color as way to define a specific shape, neither the color or the size. So we cannot say all squares are big or all squares are red or blue. So that's why. So all squares are blue? No. All squares have 4 equal sides? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's circle this. Okay. All squares are closed shapes? Yes. All squares has to be closed shapes. So circle this one too. All squares are small? No, because we know colors and size. cannot define a specific shape. All right. All squares have 4 square corners. Yes. So we can circle this one too. All right. Easy. So I'll leave you with the rest of the activity on your book, page 563 and 564. That's it for today's lesson, first graders. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. Please open your book, page 506 and 65. And let's start with our lesson 3, topic 14. Build and draw 2D shapes and attributes. So let's see.
Find square, corners, and rectangle shapes in the classroom. Tell your partner why a shape you find is a rectangle. Count how many square corners you find. Use the chart to help keep track.
All right, so this is a 100 chart, and it will help us to find and record how many rectangle or how many square shape you find. So in your room, you can look and see, tissue box, table, desk, picture, door, frames, and you can use the 100 chart to count how many of these shapes that you find, and you can use 2 different colors. So for example, you can, any shape that you see it in square, so you can color red, and any shape that you see it in rectangle, you can color blue. And now you have 2 different colors to find out how many. All right, let's go to our video.
How can you create a shape? Let's look at 2 examples to find out. Shapes can be made using all kinds of materials. Let's make a triangle. You have to think about how your shape looks. What makes a triangle a triangle?
We know the triangle. Yes, 3 straight sides and 3 corners or vertices.
A triangle has 3 sides and 3 vertices. 1, 2, 3. Is this a triangle?
Yes, it has 3 sides and it has 3 vertices.
Yes, it is a triangle too. Why is it a triangle?
We just say because it has 3 sides and 3 vertices.
It looks a little different, but it is still a triangle. The shape has 3 sides and 3 vertices. Triangles are fun to make.
Okay, as you see, today's lesson is super easy and simple. What we need to do, we need to use materials we have. So you can use a ruler and a pencil or crayons, or if you can, with the supervision of an adult, you can have a scissor and can cut the shape that you like. You can even trace. If you don't know how to draw it, look for a triangle shape and put it on your paper and trace along the side with the pencil and have fun. So this is pretty much the exercise we're going to have on page 566, guided practice. Make a square, use materials that you're allowed to use. You can cut and glue, or you can use the ruler, or you can use pencil and pencil box and try to trace something like a square shape, and just look and say why you think this shape is square. That means the 4 sides are equal on a size, and they get 4 square vertices. Okay, that's it for today's lesson, first graders. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity and have fun. Thank you.